The Philadelphia Eagles are now 1/3 of the way through the regular season. And in 6 games, your Philadelphia Eagles are 6-0. I want to take a look back and see how your Philadelphia Eagles have achieved to manage this record and just how well we've done. Welcome to TK Sports Talk, and it's your boy, TK, the official. And we're going to get it down, man. All right? How you feeling out there? All right? I hope y'all feeling as good as I am, man. The Philadelphia Eagles are 6-0 and are the only undefeated team in the National Football League. Let's go real quick through the teams that we've beaten. We've beaten Detroit, Minnesota Vikings, Washington Football Team, or the Commanders, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Arizona Cardinals, and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, you play who's on your schedule. We all know how close this league is and how much parity it is across the board. We've seen good teams taking L's to bad teams. We're getting ready to play the Pittsburgh Steelers. I bet you when Pittsburgh played Tampa Bay last week, no one saw them losing to this Pittsburgh Steelers. I didn't see Tampa Bay losing to Pittsburgh. There's been a lot of games across the league week by week by week, upset after upset after upset. Look at Green Bay. Look, quicker than the New York Minute, they done lost to the New York Jets and the New York Giants in consecutive back-to-back weeks. One stateside, once in London. Like, how bad does that get for you, all right? Bottom line, I say all that to say, you got to beat who's on your schedule. You got to come ready to play every Sunday. And you got to come ready to win and ready to do whatever it takes to get that W. And your Philadelphia Eagles have done that, man. I mean, what else more can we ask for, all right, than a team that we see has still room to grow and improvement, but are winning games, all right? Now, the only thing that we can complain about is how we're winning, all right? Now, just imagine this for a second, all right? Whoever's out here watching this right now, okay? Imagine our biggest complaint is how we winning games right now. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how beautiful that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking to my man complaining, and I had to stop and realize, like, we just won. You know what I'm saying? Like, we 6-0. It was 2-0. It was 3-0. It was 4-0. It was 5-0. And I've been at these games, man. Your boy TK, yeah, I gets it done. I've been at the Minnesota game. I was at the Washington game. I was at the Arizona game, and I was at the Cowboy game, all right? So I've been out there. I've been seeing this team play, and I've been seeing this team come along, and I think we've had 6 impressive wins, all right? Detroit was an impressive win on the road against the team coming off of hard knocks. All this hoopla around them against one of the most potent offenses in the league, and your Philadelphia Eagles came out on top, all right? In a game where most players aren't ready to play because of how the offseason is now. All right? So that's a tough game for a lot of people. We see a lot of week 1 upsets. But your Philadelphia Eagles did not have an upset. It was a close game, but it wasn't close for a lot of that game. Let's be real. All right? We understand what happened and how they started, catching up. And, our troubles in the second half started in that first game, I say. All right? Now, moving on, the Minnesota Viking game was another impressive win on a Monday night as we won that game 24-7 against a team that was 1-0, against a team that a lot of people was picking to make the playoffs and do some damage in the playoffs once they got there. All right. Then we played the Washington Football Team with Carson Wentz. No one knew what was going on. They were 1-1. They were a 500 football team. We went down there on the road and we blew them out. 9 sacks out there. Got up heavy on the scoreboard, allowed them to score 1 touchdown, and that was it, man. We kicked ass in that game, all right? Then we came home to see Doug Peterson come back, and we faced the Jacksonville Jaguars, who they were looking good at that time. 2-1, defense playing well, number 1 rushing defense in the league at that particular point in time, and we ran the ball down their freaking throat, I think for almost 200 yards that game, all right? This is what we had to do. It was raining. The conditions were bad. We passed them when we had to. All right. But we were down 14-0 in that game. All right. Due to a pick 6 and an early touchdown. And we made it happen. We made it happen. All right, that's an impressive win. People want to try to take credit away from us now because of how Jacksonville's playing right now. But remember, we put them on that downward spiral, man. That made them lose the couple games. And the couple games that they lost some tough games. You know, to some divisional four, they lost some tough games. All right, the Arizona Cardinals. Hey, listen. They were 2-2 when we played them. Yeah, they were up and down. Got a lot of things going on with Kyler Murray and him studying his playbook. And the coach Kingsbury over there, whether he should be a coach, not a coach, who knows what's going on over there. They ain't got D-Hop. I don't care what's going on, all right? They problem, not my problem. All right, we rolled into Arizona against a team desperate, hungry for a win, in a place where everyone likes to tell us and remind us we have not done well over the last couple seasons. And guess what? Right in front of my face, I was there. We got a W, man. We got a W. Ass whooping. Yeah, they came back. All right, these are NFL teams, man. They're not going to lie down and just let you just whip their ass, especially in their home field. All right, they got pride too, man. All right, and we human. All right, when you up on them, you let up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know, things happen, man. But we tighten up when we got to tighten up when we get it done, and that's what we did. All right, same thing as the Cowboys. We let the Cowboys come in here, big pressure on us, man. If we'd have lost that game, the complexity of the division would have changed entirely. All right, we would not have a 2.5 game lead on Dallas. In fact, Dallas would be they would be tops in the division if we would have lost to them because they already beat the Giants. All right, and then here we would have been 5-1 tied with the Giants for second place. All right, and things is totally different with that win. So that was a big win. We had to get that done. And we got it done. We got it done. Another impressive win. I was there in attendance for that one too. Another impressive win as we crushed Dallas. We was spanking that ass 20-0, holding Micah Parsons to no stats at the time before Lane Johnson went out. DeMarcus Lawrence talked a whole bunch of shit before that game. Did nothing in the game. In fact, what he did was get his ass put down on the ground a couple times by Jason Kelce on some really nice blocks. You know, matter of fact, maybe I need to put one. Maybe I need to put that block up so you can see how nice it was. How Jason Kelce sat him down on his ass one time. You know what I'm saying? All right. But within these 6 games, the Philadelphia Eagles have come out to show that they're one of the best defenses in the league, bar none. All right, the giveaway takeaway margin is plus 12, man. Two giveaways, 14 takeaways, man. 14 takeaways for this Philadelphia Eagles defense, which means they flat out here getting it done. All right, one of the better teams in sacks, one of the better teams in hurries, one of the better secondaries in the league, and our running defense isn't quite what it used to be, and we can get it. We can get that done a little bit better, man. All right, we played teams for some pass and some teams that come out and they run the ball and passing down situations. They've been able to get some good yards. I think a lot of our stats come from that first game of Detroit when we let them run for almost 200 yards on us. I don't know what we was, first game of the season. You know what I'm saying? So, but we can be better in the run game. I think when we go down to the 5 down lineman with Jordan Davis front up, head over the nose, or head over the center, I think that makes it a lot different. I don't know why we're not in there more often. I understand that a lot of times. I mean, it does make sense. I do understand why we're not in there more often. When you up 20-0 on the team, you're expecting them to pass the ball. So to have a 5 down lineman to stop the run, we don't really need that. Now Jordan Davis can get a little bit better on his pass rush. We might can see that 5 down lineman, man. We might can see that. That would be nice to see. All right. Offense has been very, 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 very multiple. One of the better passing offenses, one of the better running offenses out there. All right. We've been able to get it done. Jalen Hurts has shown he's been able to come up with 300-yard games. All right. And he's been able to show that he can win a game and effectively manage a game and throw for a little under 200 yards, but still be comfortably controlling the game. All right, and that's all you need when you got a defense playing as impressive as ours. All right, so there's room to improve on both sides. All right, on defense, we can improve our running game. Okay, we can so improve our running game right now. All right, I don't know what's going on with the running game, but we need to improve that. All right, on offense. All right, we definitely can get better at closing out these games, and we can get a little bit more explosive in the passing game. I think we was explosive in the first 2-3 games, and then we kind of like settled things down a little bit, man. But I like what we're doing because It's a long season, 17 games. We got a lot of things to improve on. You don't want to show everything, and we can win by gradually opening up the playbook week after week after week. Then that's just what we should do, man. Keep things fresh, keep things funky. All right, that's what we should do, man. All right, up until this point, there's really no question, man. You guys can tell me in the comments below who you think your coach of the year is, but who else could the coach of the year be other than Nick Sirianni, man? Leading this Eagles team to a 6-0 record, one of the best teams in the NFL, numbers, stat-wise, all over, across the league, one of the top teams in the NFL right now. And to be honest, he should have won Coach of the Year last year. After turning this franchise around, after the turmoil that they had, after firing Doug Peterson, going to Jason, Jalen Hurts, and back to Carson, or back to Nick, or whatever was going on with the whole quarterback thing that was going on, was crazy. All right, before Doug Peterson got out of here, and he turned this thing around, got this team to believe, got this team to the playoffs last year. Okay, and this year, man, 6-0. If we end the season 14-3, 15-2, anything like that, we get the number 1 seed in the division, in the NFC conference. Clearly should be coach of the year, man. I think that guy don't get enough credit for the culture that he's built, for the practice habits that he's had, that for the way that the players relate to one another and go about their business, man. All right, Nick Sirianni, you my coach of the year, straight up, man. Howie, we all know that Howie Roseman is the general manager of the year, bar none. He's already had this award locked down in the offseason, and if he makes any moves, I know the trade deadline is coming up. I was talking to a couple of my buddies. I'm not quite sure there's a particular move to be made, especially with all the pending free agents that we have coming up. And that's the topic that we'll get into. Maybe I'll post another episode. We'll talk about the free agents that we have on this team, because we got a lot of playmakers on this team that signed 1-year deals. And they're going to look to cash in, man. And everybody's not going to be trying to give a hometown discount, man. No matter how much they like this organization, the atmosphere, the vibe, the culture, the whatever they want to say. You know, they came here because they wanted to prove it. They wanted to get things done. So there's a couple positions where I think we do have some depth, where we can let a couple players go. There's a couple other positions where we would do well to keep those guys in-house, man. You know what I'm saying? And we'll get into that another time, man. Okay, but you just think about the players real quickly. Just to let you know, you got Kaiser White, you got Bradbury, you got C.D. Juice, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, T.J. Edwards, Hargrave. Might be missing 1 or 2. You know, so there's going to be a lot of questions. You know, a lot of questions. Also, you know, Jalen Hurts, his contract is looming as well, all right? So, you know, we got to figure those things out. May be able to franchise him, may be able to work on something a little bit later on. Actually, we don't have to do anything next year, you know, and everything. As long as he's good and his representation is good and we can keep an open dialogue and they know how we trying to work his contract in order to build the team up, it would be best for us as a team, and we can work on his contract after next season. Okay, well, we'll see what goes on. All right, we'll see what goes on. But that's been a recap assessment thus far. The Philadelphia Eagles, 1/3 of the way through the season, man, are a whopping 6-0. Not an unbelievable 6-0, because I think if you looked at the schedule earlier, a lot of us thought that this team could go win their first 6 games. Detroit, Minnesota, Washington, Jacksonville, Cardinals, Cowboys. You all thought that, yeah, those are winnable games. Period. And we won them. In convincing fashion, all of them. No matter if we let a team come back towards the end, it don't matter. Look at the whole game in its totality. And the Eagles were dominant. And we've been dominant. We're going to continue to dominate. Coming out of the bye week, we'll get ready for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But y'all be good. Y'all be easy, man. Birds all day. Holla at your boy, man. This is TK Sports Talk. It's your host. This your man, TK, the official. And I'm gone. Birds, baby. Go Birds.